Hi, TJ here. Welcome once again to the Imaginary Gallery. Tonight's discussion is designed to help anyone who may be dealing with one of these cluster B creatures and has a lot of questions and doesn't understand their motives or methods. And I'm here to try to illustrate or explain it to you because I'm luckily fortified with years worth of experience dealing with many of them in various situations. So, and again, a long time ago when I was dealing with this crap, I'd have all these questions and wonder where to turn because nobody knew. Well, it turns out there's a whole subculture of evil creatures in this world, and with the invention of YouTube, we can now share these stories with others that we otherwise may never see and think that our situation was just so unique. We'll keep it to ourselves, only to find out that these people are all the same. They all do the same things. They're crazy. Real crazy. The bad crazy. I'm the good crazy. They're the bad crazy. So what I thought I could do to help make it clearer, and again, wish I would have had this information, because it turns out to be the exact same thing for each and every one of them pretty much. And we're referring to cluster B, which I don't want to give diagnosis labels like sociopathy and so on. It's again, several different disorders that all overlap, and they all have many of the same characteristics. So, the way to explain how this creature operates, first of all, you have to understand, they don't operate at all like you do. But you try to use your regular logic and the fact that they probably mirrored you at some point when you first met them, and it was probably in the love bomb stage. And they made you think they were just like you, and then only to find out they're doing things you would never do. And then when you ask about why they did it, because of their previous statements, it's some foolish excuse that makes you even more confused. So here, hopefully this will help you understand just a little bit more about what you're dealing with or what you're going to be dealing with. What I'm using as a reference would be, or a comparison would be, an artist, like this guy right over here. He is painting this picture. Well, think of the narcissist slash narcopath as this painter. Well, like a painter, let's say he's a creative painter with an imagination, and he can't wait to grab that brand new blank canvas, which would be the same as your narcissist who spotted you as their next target. So each little brush stroke he puts on his canvas represents the fake personality this narcissist gives to you or presents to you. So the canvas slowly gets covered with colors and designs, and basically it's all fictitious. And of course you won't know this because you probably didn't know someone would ever exist that would even take the time and effort to do such a thing. But sorry, here's some secrets you're going to get, because it's the same thing. But basically it's like an artist that takes a blank canvas, or blank canvases in many cases, and starts painting on one, which is creating one little storyline, which is dedicated to the target number one, we'll say. And then he also has another one, and it's for target number two, just in case target number one doesn't work out. But of course, target number one will never hear about target number two, and neither will target number two hear about target number one. But that's, part of the way it works. There could be 3, 4, 5, 10 more. But the narcissist, of course, is looking for a source of supply, hopefully like a permanent or a ongoing source. And of course, they can always look for others, but they want to have at least one main one so they can work on their others and never let you know. But basically, this painter is painting up each canvas with each little fake personality he's created, many of which are non-compatible with each other, but it's, again, the same person. So what eventually happens with, let's just say, canvas number one? Well, he takes you here, takes you there, takes you through all the stages of the narcissistic abuse cycle, basically, which begins with the love bombing, and that's where they first meet you, and that's the first few strokes on the canvas, and then it goes on to there's the idealization phase where they idealize you and paint some more pictures and flowers over here on this canvas, and eventually you start to catch on to what they're doing, and if you try to question them, they'll gaslight you and say, you think too much. I'm not anything like what you say. And they'll try to make you think that your suspicions are incorrect because they're giving you these gifts, they're giving you this attention, but eventually you figure them out and you start to confront them, and when that happens, guess what? It's the discard or devaluation and then discard. So basically that's the same as this canvas getting all painted up. And they finally went so far, you found so many inconsistencies, so many lies, so many things that just don't make sense, you're like ready to give up. Well, when they see that in you, they'll keep trying, like, oh, please forgive me, I can't believe after all I've done for you in the love bomb stage, they wouldn't say that, but I can't believe you're just going to get rid of me over this little thing. And you'll be like, well, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'm being too harsh. And that's the abuse part, because you know they've done all these great things that are way more than you've ever done for them, or anybody else has ever done for you, probably. So you may give them another chance, whatever, and they'll use any mask they can to try to get that from you. Unless they have another supply. If they have another canvas waiting, they might just say, okay, bye, and they're gone. And you'll be like, wait a second, how can you just go away? But regardless, the point is they paint their canvas up, and then once it gets all cluttered with paint and pictures, they put it aside. They might throw it away, or they'll probably just put it to the side for safekeeping in case, for any reason, the second canvas, or third or fourth, may happen to uncover the scam that's going on. So that way they have always something to pick from. But that's pretty much how they operate. And again, these different canvases are never shown to one another. They're all separate entities. And that's the compartmentalization they do, which is going to be another video. But basically, each little canvas is its own compartment, which, again, each one probably has the paint that says, you're the only one I'm seeing, honey. But all 5 of them, or all 10 at the same time, are being told that, which those with a logical brain are going to be like, wait a second, you can't have 5 different people that you're only seeing at one time. But again, they're not in our reality, they're in another reality where they can have 100 people at once, and they're monogamous to all of them. But anyway, that's a little illustration. Hopefully it cleared up something or inspires some kind of thoughts, or at least makes sense of what you're doing, because you're not dealing with a regular person. Because you could turn to them and say, how could you keep 5 canvases going? It's your only one. And that's just what they do. That's the way it works. So have a great evening.